Hello students, I am Bimla with the lesson Heredity and Evolution of 10th class. So today we will discuss dihybrid cross. Okay, so Mendel, he conducted monohybrid cross as we discussed on tall plant and dwarf plant. So I have another example of purple flower and the white flower. Okay, so purple flower is dominant over the white flower. Okay, so as I showed you, here the gamete formation are direct since only two genes are there, that is 2 capital P are responsible for the purple color and 2 small p they are responsible for the white color. Okay, so directly the gametes can be formed and the crossing over can be done. But in case of the dihybrid cross, when we take the two characters, that is the shape of the seed and the color of the seed. Okay, so in that case we need to form the gametes first. Okay, so how the gametes are formed? So here let's see. In dihybrid cross, Mendel took two characters, okay, and two homozygous characters were taken, pure characters were taken, and homozygous dominant character and homozygous recessive characters. Okay, so here R for round and small r for wrinkled, okay, that is shape of the seed. Then Y, capital Y for the yellow color of the seed and small y for the green color of the seed. Okay, now gamete formation. For gamete formation we have two characters. Okay, here we have the RR and YY. So in order to, here also we have small r and small y. Okay, so here to make it convenient I have taken the process of formation of the gametes in the Punnett square form. So first character we can place on the top and another character that we can keep on the sideline. Okay, and when we combine the character ry, okay, and then again ry and ry, so we got the ry gametes or the gametes in the first case. Okay, that is in case of the round yellow. Okay, similar gametes will be formed. In the wrinkled green we get RR and YY, here small r and small y. When we combine them we get the small r and small y as the gametes. Now these gametes, okay, these we arrange in the Punnett square form. Okay, in F1 generation when we arrange these gametes, since all the gametes are same from one parent and other parents are also, parent is also producing the same type of gamete. Okay, so the progeny that will be produced will be same, 100% round yellow, that is in the heterozygous condition will be produced. Okay, so here you can see capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. When we combine them, this is heterozygous round and heterozygous yellow. Okay, in all the cases you can see the same progeny are formed. Okay, so here we can say that the individual that are produced in the F1 generation are the heterozygous round yellow and 100% round yellow. Now the characters which have disappeared is the wrinkled and green. Now law of dominance can be proved from this cross. Now where these gametes were lost or where these characters were lost, in order to verify this, the Mendel again further self-pollinated the F1 progenies. Okay, he took F1 progenies and he self-pollinated. Now again we'll use the gamete formation process. Okay, this time we'll get the separate gametes, but on either side we have same parent, so gamete formed will be same on both the side. Okay, capital R and small r, capital Y and small y we have taken. Okay, here the heterozygous round and heterozygous yellow. Okay, so when we combine we get capital R capital Y, then small r small capital Y, then we have capital R and small y, and small r and small y. These are the gametes. Similar gametes we get in the other side also. Since both the parents are same, okay, the gamete produced will be same. So the gametes which we get, we organize them in this manner in the Punnett square. Okay, and on combining RR with YY, okay, and capital R small r, okay, then capital Y capital Y. In this way we combine all the, this gamete will combine with all these four. Okay, again this gametes we will combine with all these four. Okay, here we'll arrange this gamete will combine with this and will arrange over here. Okay, and this gamete we combine with these and we get the combination over here. Okay, now when we come across the phenotype, now here you can see this is round yellow. Now I have used some symbols, okay, dot, star, triangle and rectangle. Okay, so here you can see this is round yellow, 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 okay, and round yellow. Now total we have 9 round yellow. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So round yellow is 9. This is phenotypic. Okay, now next we come to the wrinkled yellow. Okay, so 1 2 and 3. So wrinkled yellow is 3. Next we come to the round green. Okay, so here we come to the round green. Here you can see 1 2 and 3, and last one is the wrinkled green and only one is formed. So from this dihybrid cross, the law of independent assortment, here you can see the law of segregation, you can see, because all the genes they are separating, okay, and they are combining separately. Okay, here also you can see these genes all they are independent, they can separate from each other. Okay, now law of independent assortment, you can see this can combine with this also, this also, this also, or this also, or here also you can see this gamete can combine with this also, this also, this also, or this also. Here the law of dominance is also proved. Why? Because in F1 generation we get only round yellow, but in F2 generation we have got all the combinations. Okay, round yellow, wrinkled yellow, round green, wrinkled green. Okay, so here the law of dominance is also expressed. Okay, and law of segregation also we get. Okay, and law of independent assortment also we can see. So all the three laws were shown by the Mendel through the dihybrid cross. Okay, now if you see the monohybrid cross, as I told you in the beginning of the video, that purple is dominant over white. So here in F1 generation all the flowers that we obtain are purple in color, but they are heterozygous. Okay, so here you can see the gamete formation or the recombination can be done in the Punnett square form also, or in this form also. You can do this process in the dihybrid cross also, but it becomes little bit confusing for you. So to make it convenient and easy, I have used the Punnett square method to form the gametes. Okay, so in F1 generation we get only the purple flower, that is 100% purple flowers, okay, and that is heterozygous in the condition. In F2 generation, if you carry out the purple cross between the F1 generation progenies, then we get the purple flower, okay, as well as the white flower, okay. So in F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio that we get is 3:1. 3 is the purple, 1, 2 and 3. Homozygous purple, heterozygous purple, heterozygous purple. But we are not bothered about the genetic composition. We need only the external appearance. So it is also purple, purple and purple. 3 purple and 1 white. So 3:1. Now when we see the genotype, pure purple, that is homozygous purple, is 1, heterozygous purple 2 and homozygous white is 1. So here we get the 1:2:1 for the genotypic ratio of the monohybrid. In case of dihybrid, we get the ratio 9:3:1 for the phenotype, and genotype we have 1:2:2:4:1:2:1:2:1. So this is not required for you. This is only for your understanding how this is calculated. That you can see here, there's a pure homozygous round yellow 1, okay. I am giving you only few examples. Then heterozygous round homozygous yellow, okay. So here you can see heterozygous round homozygous yellow, only 1, 2 are there, so that you have to form. So similarly you will find the different compositions that you see in the cross, the Punnett square. Accordingly the genotypic ratio is formed, okay. So this is about the dihybrid cross of the Mendel. In our next video we'll discuss about the blood group, okay, how the blood groups are transmitted and how the blood groups are controlled, okay. If you like the video, you can like and share the video and subscribe the video. Thank you.